Sometimes I say, is the fight worth it? But then I start thinking about all the death and destruction that I have witnessed and been around. And hell yes, it's worth it. Another mass shooting. But guess what though? When the mass shootings stop, the aftermath, no one talks about. Welcome back to Save Our Black Men. And I'm Ike. But I'm here today to preach to you. Because enough is enough. Another headline. Chicago. You up. And we already know Chicago have enough problems. Indianapolis. DC area. The Navy Yard. Again. Another mass shooting. Cities shattered. But what happens when everyone leave, the news not talking about it again, and you move on? Mental fatigue, lifetime of injuries. You see, at Save Our Black Men, accountability is a must. And we're here to speak the truth. And the truth is, underneath, you got to try to unpack all that pain, search for a solution. But sometimes it's not a solution. Today, we're going to confront some of the darkest times in history. Mass shootings. It ain't politics, because everyone know a politician about it for them. It ain't about the guns. So we can stop blaming the guns. It's about the mentality. Before the bullets fly, before somebody wreck, before somebody dump, before somebody pull out the assault, right? They have to think. And that's the problem. No one thinking. You see, at Save Our Black Men, men and women lie, but numbers don't. You see, in 2025, already, it's been over 270 mass shootings, 165 deaths, over 900 injured. But yet, for some reason, whether politics or race, we could not come together and stop this nonsense. But at Save Our Black Men, we're going to put it out front for you to understand. You see, in my lifetime, and I've been around the sun many times, I haven't seen anything like this. Young people don't have empathy at all. Older people are like they don't want to correct younger people. I don't get it. But let's talk about it. Shooters. You gonna know some of them because they got them dark eyes, that ring around it. And you know what I call it? Death eyes. You see, a lot of people been to combat and a lot of people seen death, but they control it. But some of these young boys out here now can't control it. Once a shooter tastes blood, not literally taste the blood, but once they see it and did it and have no dreams about it, it come easy to them. Once you raise without showing any empathy, it's come easy for them. Most shooters, they not evil, believe it or not. You see, at Save Our Black Men, we did our research. They're not evil. They mentally broken. And so when you look around, you're like, what do you mean? Most of them tell you. Y'all keep them on their cell phone or iPads. They don't have any friends. But you remember this, the most important thing in the world is to get your kids friends that they can trust, not just anybody. So a lot of times we see with these shootings, they isolated. They're a gamer. They by themselves. No friends. Don't hang with family. And the parents let it go on. But this the kicker. The parents will buy them guns to shoot. And they know something is wrong. Let me get this clear. We know, and you know, some of these mass shootings are targets. Like the one in New York, where the guy killed the black people. The male white, went into a grocery store, assassinated the black people. The parents should have knew something was wrong with that boy, because he showed signs, his social media. But the things that happened in Chicago, we trying to prevent that. For the rappers getting together for an album release party, come on now. Everybody ain't innocent. I got it. I know I'm not stupid. But we got to control the mind of our young people. You know, parents, too often, y'all ain't paying attention till it's too late. And if dad ain't in the house, mom, you can't control him. And that's the scary thing. You won't be able to control him. You see, at this hat here, Save Our Black Men, we ain't about the suspect. We about the victims too. You know, when the shootings stop, what's up with the victims? What if they work and they can't work no more? And they fighting to get disability. What's up with their mental health? You know, you think about it. A lot of time, inner city kids, they have PTSD because that's the way it is. A lot of shootings, a lot of killings, a lot of grief, hunger. It's everything in the inner city. And it's sad. But then you got the families. The families suffering, don't have anything, don't know what to do, grieving, and some of the little boys just get angry. They want to hurt people. They want other people to feel the hurt. You see, when the shootings stop, since we identified the shooters, but when it's over, what about the victims? They have a lifetime of pain, lifetime of grief. You see, at Save Our Black Men, we want our community to feel safe again. We want us to bring it back that we could take care of our own community and protect our own people and do better. Don't need the government to do it. When I say we, I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about all races. We need to come together and stop it. You see, a lot of times what we can do, get on social media, you know, get this hashtag going, get on X, get on all the social media groups, and let's unite to try to build something and stop these mass shootings. A lot of times, if you look at the research, you can identify most of the shooters. Now, I would say male white commit most of them. That's not necessarily true. Male whites commit most of them at a school or out in the suburbs. But boy, we are catching up and we damn near past them for mass shootings in the inner city. Urban environment, we lead the way. So, what can we do? Well, if anybody are victims, they have something called victims' rights. You should be able to get mental health care, some type of compensation if you're not working, something. Reach out to your local law enforcement agency or state representative to learn more on it. But for kids, the isolated parents, you know, we need to try to get them mental health evaluation quick. And that's the number one sign of a mass shooter is isolation, loneliness, loneliness. Also, if you have kids, when I say kids under 18, 17 and under, they got social media. You need to monitor their social media or try to. We got to stop this stuff because when the shooting stops, the aftermath is sometimes just as worse as the shooting. So parents, I'm calling on you. I wrote a list. Hold on. I'm calling on you to make sure you get mental health. That's one. Red flags. If you see something about your son, you need to call the school. Accountability for social media. All that stuff on social media. So they'll try to change your kids into being shooters. And you got to have the courage to admit that the gun culture, everybody want to shoot somebody. Everybody want to kill somebody. And save our black men. I would rather for you to fight it out, get up, shake hands, and be a better person. Put that stuff down, man. We don't need that. Prevention starts before they start pulling the trigger. And it starts with the parents and adults. We have to control it. When dad's definitely not in the house, that child or that boy got an 80% chance of not making it in life, being a productive citizen. So think about that. But anyway, my experience tell you to always stay aware of what's going on, stay involved in your child's life, and above all, stay compassionate, stay a human. Learn, show empathy, teach your kids empathy. But anyway, I'm done for the day, for this week. And as always, stay alert, stay alive. Let's teach our kids and our people another way. And let's save our black men.